If you're starting with this video, I suggest you to go back to the first video and then come here after finishing that, because or else it just does not make any sense to you. To briefly summarize, grammar videos, and then glossar, course book and book, solve everything, and then exam training. So that is how you do for each level. So let's start. Let's start with B1. B1, you need to know infinitive mit zu and also infinitive ohne zu. Your German teachers videos are very good for that. And the concept of lassen, that is super important. It is used for things where you are not doing it and someone else is doing it for you. That is one of the case, and there are also a lot of other cases. And zweiteilige Konnektoren, that is also important. And then jedesto, and then you need to use broken plus zu. That is polite way of saying certain things. You'll understand when you watch this video. And then umzu versus damit, that is also a concept that is needed for this level. And then mine versus mines, when to use mine and when to use mines. So that is also something that you have to know. And then this model particle, that is not really important, but when you use it, it'll sound very amazing. It'll sound more natural, more German. And noun verb, that is also something that you have to include. And then this passive is super important. It is super important for B1 and B2 level. And these are the videos that you need to know. And if you understand Hindi, there's German Speakers Club, which is a Hindi channel. That video on passive is something that I enjoyed watching. That is something that is very easy. And after this, I want you to watch these videos as well. Start with those videos and watch these videos as well of Your German Teacher and Learn German. And after this, there's one additional concept, that is B2 level concept. You can just learn it with this only. You learn it with your B1. The concept of adding Deutsch, mit, and von. Von is when you're adding a human as a subject, just minor change. Deutsch is when it's a thing or how it's done, or mit is when it's an, let's say, remote, something like that. So it's basically self-explanatory, and when you come across it, you'll understand it better. And N-declension, that is something that you might not understand. Why is it N at the end? Why you have the added N at the end? It's basically used for a few masculine nouns. Watch this video, you'll understand it better. Except for nominative, all the other singular cases, you'll be using N at the end. That's how it works. Why? There's no sense to it. It's just to make the word strong or something like that. And damit was a sodas. There's a video of Schrecklich Deutsch. You can refer to that. Daher, darum, deshalb, deswegen. You can use everything interchangeably, but there is minor difference which I never really encounter. Whatever you feel like using, you can use. There's one video of Anya that explains the differences. If you want, you can watch it. And there's also Feature 1 of Your German Teacher that you need to know. And then temporal connectors, that is also something that you have to know for this level. And Easy Deutsch has very good video on this. It's in German, but there are also subtitles, so you can understand it by reading the subtitles. And there's Partizip 1 and Partizip 2 as adjectives. You can watch this video for that. Basically when the action is still going on, then you use Partizip 1. For example, let's say lachen, this is still going on. And if you use Partizip 2, it's more of a past tense or something like that. For example, let's say finished work, then you use Partizip 2, not Partizip 1 as adjective. So yeah, that's how it works. Watch these videos and you'll get a better idea, and when you start reading, you'll get a fairer idea. And there's article word as pronomen, that is self-explanatory. It's I think in the last chapter, the 11th chapter. If you just come across that, welche, when they use keiner or that, when you read that, it's you can understand it. Or else is one extensive video that you have to watch. If you want to watch, you can watch. I don't really suggest you to watch it. You can, if you just read the chapter, you'll understand what it actually means. I have not repeated the A1, A2 level topics that are repeated in B1 books. So it is better to go to my A1 and A2 videos and see if you have watched or if you know all the topics mentioned there, and then go ahead with B1. And after this, the same drill, take glossar, read all the words, and then go to your Kursbook and Übungsbook, solve everything, read everything, and after that, exam preparation modules or go to your B2. That is how it works.